Danganronpa.
Okay.
Let's go. What?
Huh?
But... So, in other words... Hey! What? I mean...
What the heck? Okay.
Actually... Oh! I see. It's all clear now. What? Naturally. What? Hey.
If you spend all your time trying to... Hey.
What? You called for me, and so I appeared.
Come on.
Huh?
Give it a rest. Not possible.
Yes, I see. Have you reached that certain age? So, You've gotta be kidding! You SOB! Yep,
What did you say? Come on.
Danganronpa. No way!
What?
Well...
Come on. Come on. What did you say? What? What? But... In other words... What? What the heck? But... What the heck? Huh? What? What?
Yukaro Ikusawa, the 16th student, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
I see.
So,
Could it be... What? Stop talking. What the heck?
So,
So,
What? I see. So, in other words, I see. In other words, So that's it. It's all clear now.
But... Whoa! How about that?
That's enough. Naturally.
But...
Such ignorance.
I'm telling you!
What?
How about that? You know?
Okay.
You know? You know?
Yeah.
You know? Huh?
What?
What the heck? What the heck?
Come on.
Huh? But...
Well...
What the heck? Could it be... Actually...
Huh?
What? What?
Of course! Well now, shing!
Let me out of here!
Unbelievable. Yep. Well now. Hey,
What?
What the heck?
Huh? What the heck?
unbelievable. Thrills, chills, kills! Extreme!
That's... Oh, no!
Phew! Of course! Hey,
What are you saying?
actually, yes indeed.
This can't be!
Yeah! Of course!
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
It's the Monokuma file! Heart-pounding excitement! I can't wait! I can't wait!
I'm sick of this.
Stop talking.
What the heck?
Quiet!
But
That's right. Huh? Stop talking. So in other words, naturally. In other words, that's right. What?
Okay.
For serious. You know? Yo! But... What? Conspiracy!
It's all clear now.
What?
Just hit... What? Goodbye.
know? Huh?
Let's go. What? It's certainly possible. What? Come on.
It's true.
Interesting. What? I see. I see. Naturally.
Found it! What? What? Hey, come on now!
What?
Of course! Hey, other words, yes, indeed.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, the one they call. Watch out for her.
Why?
Huh? Yes, indeed. Well, now. Hey,
What? Such ignorance. That's right. It's certainly possible. What? It's all clear now. So, in other words, let's go. I see. Very strange. That's right. I see. Very strange. Why? What? Let's go. I see. What?
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us. Organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot.
That's right.
Hey.
What? Why?
Could it be?
Come on.
In other words...
Hey.
What?
Is that right? Indeed.
Let's go.
But...
Correct. That's right. Whew. So... However... Wrong. In other words...
Just a second!
Makoto. It would seem... Goodbye.
I can't wait! I can't wait! Thrills, chills, kills! Let's begin with a basic if you can figure out, then I'll punish. Okay.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No! That's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology!
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't... Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the...
Her trait?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the myth.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all. That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
That
Kyoko there.
okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, he's wrong. No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have... Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hand. It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko,
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves...
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim?
That's the first thing I said. You're the one...
Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
If Kyoko really...
Then who died? There's gotta be some... I don't think so. The face, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma... Well, if we can't...
No, it's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to...
What? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death? This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this... Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world. He's the child of the trickster god Loki. And a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What? Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a clue-less trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a... All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other Kyoko, that's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about...
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time, for the reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after, however. Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only one...
Are me and Makoto.
Exactly so.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden well, it was after nighttime for sure. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when... Oh, but...
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when
He's right. It had...
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and...
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went...
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't...
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night...
No, that's wrong! Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes...
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30, so if the body had been in the garden before 7, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet.
Sorry, Toko.
I'm wrong? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such...
No, I'm saying that the body...
What do you mean by denying the sprinkler?
Man,
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why! I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinkler. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm so sick of her.
The reason only the top half was wet was while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on...
Oh, then I guess the sprinkler...
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must sometime after the sprinklers turned on it.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and...
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it!
In which case, the only one...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have her... Huh? She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, so she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that... But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all, and as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty...
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body...
Interesting.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp.
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp. And that, in fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, this proves that the killer used the tarp.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder act. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be? By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side... because the sprinkler got that side...
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Shoot!
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty. Shoot!
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler...
But the underside of the tarp was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the... Of course it didn't get dirty!
By covering the body, the killer prevented...
So the reason the tarp was...
Because the sprinkler... But the underside of the tarp, it was totally...
It's because that side was protected from... Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty!
By covering the body, the killer prevented it from...
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the... Of course it didn't get dirty!
By covering the body, the killer prevented...
So the reason the tarp was only... is because the sprinkler...
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Shoot!
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
By covering the body, the killer prevented it.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one is because the sprinkler got that side.
But the underside of it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Since it was facing, of course it didn't get dirty.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it.
So the reason that is because the sprinkler, but the underside, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was since it was facing down toward. Of course it didn't get.
No, it's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so...
If they had, they would have washed both sides.
Oh!
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage? What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would...
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs, but that's what Hifumi did, right?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chick...
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, but after the murder,
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken? And then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up!
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken...
Perhaps, but even so, you said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had the ground was completely clean.
I have to agree. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene.
they covered it.
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeve.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping...
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet, because the killer then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tar, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they've already... This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder... They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone...
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall...
Oh, no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate. Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspect...
For serious, man? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded. According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through. So, what about...
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife. That's what I thought when I first saw it.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000%!
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto. The knife we... found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it.
Look, just because I have the knife once, that automatically makes me the...
Well, getting stabbed is...
No, that's wrong! Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mook. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it. In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine.
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one
Oh yeah, it sure did.
Then the knife...
was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy...
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death.
Oh, hey, I have a question. What's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the...
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears...
Well, if you're so smart...
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle...
I might be dumb, but...
Go ahead, Makoto.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny... That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh?
That's only natural. We saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious, but they wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto, and the only one who would benefit is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually...
That's true. It's
Fine. I have no problem with it. It won't change the facts of the case regardless. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal... injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't you because of the knife. And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Shoot! Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet to...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the... Then there's only...
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has...
No, it's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess...
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then... what was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal...
Oh! I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone...
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the...
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of... I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it...
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
I feel the same way! Looks like...
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we
already know? I knew we...
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Sure.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that something was... the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow? That's what the Cobra did?
Indeed. There.
Are you sure? Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? I'm not backtalking anything.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, because in the mon, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin. Talking back to Master, you have no right!
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the mon, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
No, it's wrong! You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh?
Anyway, as for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know. Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're...
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime and then left the locker key in my own room.
Correct?
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Shoot! Those words you just...
Exactly. I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't... Is that what you're...
You stated a theory. You said I hid the evidence
And then left the locker key in my own room.
but could I really have done that?
Those words you just...
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something from me.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're...
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime and then left the locker key in my own room.
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just...
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya,
What are you... Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the...
No, it's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room. Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that... And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no... Without my room key, I couldn't have... Am I wrong?
It would have...
Then you're finally starting to...
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have...
I mean, Byakuya had a room key.
You!
But of course I have an alibi. from night. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone. Or
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
there's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there. I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone,
Voting time?
now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Sorry.
Yes, indeed. Yep. Hey! Shing! Thrills, chills, kills!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time! What?
This is...
It would seem...
What the heck?
In other words,
Yeah!
calm down. In other words,
What did you...
so... Just a second. It smells awful. Indeed. So... Hey. Hmm? So... you... Indeed. However... It's true. In other words... Indeed. Makoto. That's right. It would seem... Hey. Indeed. However... Why is that? Correct. However...
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here, it's to stay here.
Listen. Hey. Correct. So... I... Correct. So... In other words... No matter what?
So,
However... So... It's true. Indeed. Correct. However, So... However... Anyway... Indeed. Correct. That's right. In other words... Hey. Indeed. Anyway... Correct. However... Correct. Indeed. Correct. In other words, Makoto. Indeed. That's right. It would seem... Indeed. Anyway... Indeed. That's... It's true. Indeed. Hey. So... Wrong. Right. Indeed. It's true. However, What? Wrong. However, So... However... Right. However...